Hey everyone, Kyle once again. And welcome back to another movie review, and yet I'm reviewing another 20th anniversary from a film from 1997. Obviously this is going to be a rant. It's how my complete tone. Oh, the reason why I was doing this, because I was trying to hide my face in shame, and I'm doing this because this is what I feel like giving the film. The Bird. It's just... I don't know what can I say about it. This film literally just gave me a headache. Not just by tapping myself on the head. No, this film literally gave me a headache by watching this film. I have a headache right now because this film is so god-awful. And also I'm legitimately breaking a sweat because of this, and also because I have a freaking headache. But yeah, but Turbulence. I don't know what this is. Okay. The film came out in a bad time in January. It bombed horribly. It deserved it. And for what I understand, the budget is $55 million. I don't see how this one cost $55 million. 10, 15, whatever. This film does not look like it cost $55 million. But it didn't matter because it bombed horribly. It was a huge flop. Made a mediocre $11 million. It deserved to bomb. It was panned by critics. Deserves so. 17% Rotten Tomatoes, deserves 0. 4.8 is way too high on IMDb. I don't know. This is... And I'm legitimately baffled how with this on the back of here by this person. It doesn't say the person's the name like usually on the DVD covers. Usually says a person's name from what journal or whatever. But it's by somebody from Hollywood Reporter. It says Twister at 35,000 feet. How is this any way like Twister? I have no idea. Man, this is just... I haven't seen this film in years because I forgot about it, and for good reason, because I knew it was awful. But this is considering that I'm reviewing films from 1997, 20th anniversaries. And I've done reviews on a lot of good films. The Game, for instance, love that film. What other ones? Well, I'm already starting to forget what I just reviewed because this film's just messing with my head. But I know I just reviewed The Game. God damn it. I don't know why this film is clearly making my brain all foggy because I can't remember. Yeah, The Game, Face Off. Face Off is definitely much better than this. Fire Down Below, definitely much better. Oh yeah, Speed 2 Cruise Control. I forgot that film. I don't know what's worse. This film or Speed 2 Cruise Control. Here's a question. What do you think? Here's a question. Let me know. Let me know down below what you think is worse, this film or Speed 2. From my hunch, I'm probably say a lot of people say Speed 2 would be, but I have a lot more to come. But The Game, Face Off, and whatever else I reviewed. This is just another like Speed 2 piece of shit, and this is just horrible lead by Lauren Holly. I remember from Dumb and Dumber as the girl Swanson is what Jim Carrey was kind of liking. She was just complete cringing and awful in this film. Her performance, God, and Ray Liotta. I mean, I like Ray Liotta. He can play a good bad guy, but this one he was just completely over the top. I mean, even sometimes when he was like kind of the way he laughs, and speaking Speed 2 Cruise Control, I was kind of thinking of how the way he was laughing kind of reminded me of Willem Dafoe at the end of the film when he was about to explode in the plane. I don't know what was it with in this year where a bad guy started laughing like it's, I don't know, laughing like over the top like I just don't get it. And it's just it was very poor script and it's way, well, how long is this film? 101 minutes. It feels way too long. It's boring and very sluggish. Boring, same thing, I don't know. But poor script, poor acting, poor story, poor directing, especially. And the supporting casts are wasted as well. And you have Hector Elizondo, who I like. You know, I liked him in Leviathan, and to be honest, he was like one of the best parts in the Princess Diaries films with Anne Hathaway. He was like one of the best parts, like being the mentor to Anne Hathaway. And I also like him in Last Man Standing. It's one of the few comedy sitcoms that me and my brother like to watch, and I think he's pretty funny, especially when he's talking with Tim Allen. Wasted in this, Catherine Hicks, who from plays the mother in Child's Play and Star Trek: The Voyage Home. Wasted in this as well. Brendan Gleeson is in this. He's also a criminal on the plane too. He's a bank robber, doing this horrible, trying to be like, you know, like a hillbilly type of voice. Hey, this is. He's like talking like this. Hey, this is. You know, why'd you put your gun down and whatever this. He's talking like that. He's talking like a freaking hillbilly, and he's just horrible. I know he has an accent though, but that type of voice is horrible. I'm sorry, and I like Brendan Gleeson, especially when I liked him when he was in Lake Placid. He was the funny sheriff. Waste of him as well. Jeffrey DeMunn, he's one of the people that's in the control towers. Ben Cross is this captain, this British captain is guiding Lauren Holly how to use the plane. And I also remember him. He's been in other films, and I also, especially when he was in the Star Trek film, he plays Spock's father. And Rachel Ticotin, I don't remember the last name. She was also in Total Recall, and I also remember her in Con Air as well. She was the female guard in Con Air. Sally Bishop. She's in this too. She's also the people in the control tower as well. So the overall supporting cast wasted. Lauren Holly's the lead female woman as Terry. Horrible in this film. Ray Liotta, he seems like he's a criminal. He's called the Lonely Hearts Strangler or Murderer or whatever. Honestly, I don't really care. He's a criminal. That's all he is. Who says he's committed no crimes, but he said he's raped and strangled five girls. And Hector Elizondo, he's the guy who's been after him. They put him on the plane along with another criminal with Brendan Gleeson. He's like in Ray Liotta, and he's like, you know, being like the charm person, you know, talking casual, hitting on the girls, you know, trying to be friendly. And I also think why it's weird is it's taking place around Christmas. I didn't get the Christmas feel in this film. I'm definitely not calling this, oh, because this is about Christmas. You know, like Die Hard. That's many people consider that a Christmas film. It is. It's on Christmas. This is take place on Christmas. I don't get the feel for that at all. This is definitely not, I cannot consider a Christmas movie. Definitely not. And the girl, she gets the thing, and she ended a relationship, and honestly, I don't care about her backstory or whatever she is. I don't care. She's too awful, and I don't care about her. But when the film takes off, it's on the plane, they're traveling all the way from New York to Los Angeles. Halfway through the flight, Brendan Gleeson says he has to go to the bathroom. And, okay, this is how completely, utterly stupid, utterly poor in the script as well. Because there's 4 FBI agents, 4, right? 2 of them go take him to the bathroom. 1 stands outside the door, and 1's in the bathroom with him as he's taking a piss. And which the guy says he's washing his hands, and which he's trying to literally unscrew this part of the faucet and to stab the guy in the stomach. How does the guy, not the FBI agent, literally standing right behind him in the bathroom, this small area, does not see him, doing this? I'm saying doing this. So he does not bother to look over his shoulder, look over here, either side of him to see what he's doing. I mean, how completely utterly dumb is that? It's common sense, Oh, it should not be taking this long for him to wash his hands. So he doesn't bother to Kevin, but just have a look over here or on either side of his shoulder and see what he's doing. So yeah, because of the stupidity on the script as well, stabs in the stomach, and then he takes the gun and starts shooting people. He holds one guy here, and once again this horrible hillbilly accent, Then he goes and really tries to talk the guy. No, don't shoot the guy. We have hostages and this and that. And still, the guy shoots the guy, and it actually shoots a part in the plane, creates a hole, sucking the air out. And while the girl tries to put the hole back, plug up the hole, whatever, block it. And one agent, then one other agent gets killed, and the one guy that was sitting next to Ray Liotta, he gets shot accidentally because Ray Liotta he shoots Brendan Gleeson, but also accidentally shooting the FBI agent as well. And while that's going on, the pilot, he wants to see what the commotion is going on. He gets shot in the back, and stupid is for the co-pilot, he doesn't bother turning on the autopilot. And so when the plane starts to go down, he falls backwards, hits his head in the control, and actually breaks his neck. And Ray Liotta, he's trying to see, trying to be the good person, good Samaritan, whatever, and he orders everybody to go past the rest of the crew and the passengers, because there's very limited people in the back of this plane, this room, in which you don't see them until the end of the movie. And throughout this whole time, I'll get to that, but still. And with Catherine, he's talking with Ray Liotta, talking with Catherine Hicks, telling, waiting for a movie or book, whatever. Ultimately, she knows that she doesn't trust him at all. He suspected he's not good. Ultimately, he just goes and strangles her. And while the girl Laura Holly is talking to the tower, and just her performance, everything she says, when speaking to them, she's like, same time, I got it. Just feel like each other somewhere. Shut up, okay, we what you're doing. I want to say it all the time. And especially, also, how stupid this character is. She, the guy, Ray Liotta, his character's name is Ryan Weaver. He is telling, about Catherine, your friend, she hit her head, I need to get in that first aid kit. And she's stupid enough, even the tower says, do not leave the room, he's dangerous. Even Hector, Elizondo is telling him he's a serial killer, do not go out there. But no, she hangs up on them, she goes out there, She deserves to die from her stupidity. I would just stay. If I would, I would stay there the whole entire time. Don't go out there when there's a serial killer out there. Listen to the people, but no. She goes out there, even finds them dead, and he's crazy. Flips the switch from the charming guy to the psychopath. And then, they say they're heading, and there's some more dialogue, stupid dialogue, where because they say that she's heading to a storm, and Rachel Ticotin saying that it's a category 6 storm, and she says 6 as in the scale of 1 to 10, and the girl which is actually Rachel, which is actually her character is also named Rachel, but it's just like, no, it's 1 to 6. So even though I still thought that was probably stupid, like, this girl, and this is like a bunch of dialogue. This character is just, she's just this. Well, it's not the actress's fault. This is how poorly the script is written, making her a complete dumbass. Like ignoring what they're saying about this guy. Don't go out there, but she still goes out there, ignoring it because she believed that her friend is hurt. He's dead, and then the stupid thing, which is in the storm, the plane turns all the way upside down. I mean, how is that? I don't know how that's even possible. I don't think the plane could do that even though people are there. Will just go okay with the autopilot on, fine, but you can still keep going. But even when not, though, we should just go straight down when there's no one operating it. It keeps going straight, and just all of a sudden it turns all the way upside down. It's just like that's impossible, and I don't know how that works. Defies the laws of physics for a plane. I mean, so if I want to see something like for a plane turning upside down, what better? I'll just go see Flight with Denzel Washington, where he was actually based on a story how the guy he saved the people, the lies, how he flew the plane upside down to save the people. That alone, just flying the plane upside down in Flight with Denzel Washington, it was much better than this. How this plane can just automatically just turn upside down in a storm. Well, because the difference was Denzel Washington, he was flying it himself, to save the people on the plane. But still, just the whole concept of flying a plane upside down. And more Ray Liotta, he's doing his cackling, psychopath cackling. Ugh. It just drags on. It's very boring, and she sprays an extinguisher in his face, knocks him out. Talking more with the pilot, Ben Cross trying to guide her with the controls, into one point where I don't know. I'm going a lot. I don't care if I get this whole. I'm not going through this whole thing detail by detail. This is the reason why this film is forgotten. No one ever mentions this film, and it's for good reason. And like one part where he's coming up and he's caught on the stairs, and she uses this thing to this metal door that blocks the stairs to the cockpit. His leg is caught. Managed to free himself with this thing. I forget to pry himself off. Goes down there to mess with the controls for the autopilot, and for some reason they have a backup autopilot. I'm no expert on airplanes, but I'm just thinking. I don't think they have backup autopilots, but and then she's getting closer to the land. And the part where it's a nice scene where the plane crashes through some into one part of a building, and then to this parking garage with cars. He's going through these cars, and some good practical cars exploding, falling down. Okay, but at the end it doesn't really matter because the film still sucks. Maybe that's part of the reason why this film cost $55 million. but still, I don't see how. But and let's see. And the people at the tower, they have this fighter jet waiting to stand by to shoot the plane down because they assume everyone's dead except for her and the guy. And speaking of, one thing I forgot to mention, the people that have been sent back, how does it, I mean, what's happening to those people, even when the plane turns upside down, and by the time they land, I don't know how small that room is, but, I mean, I don't know, some people are saying that, does that, people getting hurt, or, suffocation, I don't know, but just, maybe people fit in a small room with not enough air. I don't know how people they survive, especially with turn upside down all of a sudden when they land as well. But honestly, I don't care. It's just this film has defies laws of physics from an airplane turning upside down, so I don't know how any people could survive though. But this film's just, God, this is so boring. It's just boring me to tears, I have to say. More than that, because the film gave me a freaking headache just watching this. I knew well, I'm doing this because, and the 1997 20 years anniversaries, I reviewed some good films, but I only reviewed one bad, that was Speed 2. So it's time I review another bad film from 97. And there's a reason why I did not watch, I haven't watched this in years. So. And then where he gets a small axe, and when he's chopping through the door, you get this obviously, it's a horrible impression of The Shining, where he sticks his head through the hole in the door they cut through, saying, "Say your prayers." Horrible interpretation of The Shining. And I would just, wish that Jack Nicholson's as Jack Torrance, would just come through and just wax him with the axe. But she fights him off, and slams his door on him, saying, "Come on, asshole, I dare you to get up." And she's screaming, "Ah!" Horrible and very cringing by the way she's screaming. And one of those notes, she manages to get one of the FBI agent's gun, struggling to put one bullet in. And one part where when she was when he has his arm through the hole in the door, managed to break his arm. But no, she's still screaming. When she manages to put the bullet in, she's still screaming, "Ah!" And he's saying, "Oh, you won't kill me. It's not capital punishment." She's like, "I changed my mind." Trying to give a badass one-liner, but she failed horribly. The character did. And even when she still shoots him, she's going, "Ah!" I was like, I was literally making my ears bleed out the way she's screaming, horrible, over the top screaming. And I was like, please shut up. I mean, that's not the person. It's just how the way how they write this script, making shoots him in the head, and it's a good blood squib when he shoots him from the back of the head, when the bullet goes through his head, back of the head, bullet squib. Okay, it's a good effect, but like I said, it doesn't really matter because still this film is so horrible and it sucks, and it can't even save the film. And Ray Liotta, he can't save the film because he's being too over the top. I mean, he can play a good bad guy, but not type of like this. And it sucks because I don't know where, especially over that speaking of, I don't know how it's even worse. Him and this, or when he starred in that horrible Uwe Ball film, In the Name of the King, with Jason Statham. And plus, especially in that film, I don't buy him being a wizard. I remember he's doing this. I don't buy him being a wizard either. It's just horrible performance too. God. Another piece of shit film. Such from Uwe Ball. In the Name of the King, a dungeon siege. I don't know what was worse. Really in this film, or maybe I'll still probably pick under In the Name of the King, because especially I don't buy him as a wizard. Especially, he looks ridiculous like a wizard. Especially, there was a shot with him doing this. Making lightning come out of his fingers. I'll probably still pick that. Especially, he was another shitty bad guy as well. But he shoots him. She lands the plane. Everybody's safe. Ben Cross can, congratulating the guy. Same with Hector Elizondo. And that's the movie end. And the film is still going, even with the credits are going. And especially, what is also mind-blowing and legitimately baffling is that this film was panned by critics. Lauren Holly, she was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Actress. And the film was a huge flop. Somehow, God knows how, this film got 2 direct-to-video sequels. 2 direct-to-video sequels. The second one called Fear of Flying, the third one called Heavy Metal. One from 1999, then 2001. How this film got 2 sequels, I have no idea why. I feel like I want to throw it again, but I'll just break the case, but I don't see more I can talk about this. So this film, my left temple is. Oh, actually, this is my right. God, this is making me freaking my hand coordination is getting thrown off because of this film. My right temple is literally throbbing right now. This film literally just how bad this film just gave me. I'm not. I shit you not. This film is just making my left. There I go again. Right temple throbbing. This is how bad this film is making me. It's making my mind boggling. It's fogging my brain, and it's making my. I can't make me not tell from right to left. God. I need to calm myself down. Otherwise, I'm giving myself a freaking migraine. What is so good about this film whatsoever? What is so good about this film? And especially, I think it's one of the worst I think it's one of the worst thrillers I have ever seen. I know it's probably worse, but I can't think of it right now. But out of this one, I think it is like one of the worst I've seen. Horrible directing, horrible script, horrible acting, especially from Ray Liotta and Lauren Holly. Hector Elizondo, Jeffrey DeMunn, Catherine Hicks are wasted because I like them. Rachel Ticotin, Ben Cross, same well. Nothing to do with anyway. All they do is stand in the tower and do nothing. Brendan Gleeson is wasted as well with this horrible hillbilly accent. Oh, God. Ray Liotta is just over the top, cackling like he's like Willem Dafoe from at the end of Speed 2. Lauren Holly, she's just horrible and very cringing acting. Especially with when he's screaming, it's like, oh my God, please! This film deserves a flop. It deserves to be panned by critics. It deserves everything. This film deserves to be sunk at the bottom of the abyss. God. I don't see how this is Twister at 35,000 feet. I don't know who says that, but I don't know why. It's a kill in the tagline. It's a killer ride. No. Well, it is a killer. It's a killer to me because it's killing my head. It's making my brain, my head throb against my skull. That's a killer right there. God. Oh, I forgot to mention the scores. The score is nothing as well. And it's just so long. It feels so long. It's so boring. I know there's more films that takes place on a plane is much better. Air Force One on the President's plane, that's definitely much more entertaining. That's also released in the same year. I'll have to revisit. I'm going to revisit that film. I'm going to revisit that film for its anniversary. I will do that. Much better, and much better bad guy like Gary Oldman. And Harrison Ford kicks a lot of ass, unlike Lauren Harley. She doesn't tries to be like a badass. She's not. And better when she kills Ray Liotta, tries to give a badass one line, fails. Harrison Ford, get off my plane. 10 times better. I gotta stop now because this film is just hurting my head so much now. I gotta lie down now because. But I hope you enjoy this big rant. I haven't done one in quite some time. This is one of those films that when you haven't watched it in so long and you forgot how horrible it is, there's a reason why to stay away from films like that. But I did this because 20th anniversary review. So yeah, 20 years later, this film still sucks. That's the bottom line. Yeah, 20th. So I hope you enjoyed my 20th anniversary rant on Turbulence. And do not watch this on Christmas because it's not a Christmas film. I don't know why they choose to make this on Christmas. I don't know why. But yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this rant. But listen, I don't know what's worse, this film or Speed 2 Cruise Control. You can let me know. Put down below in the comments. To me, I think it's just maybe I don't know. Maybe by a smidge Speed 2 because the whole premise is dumb anyway. And especially it's a waste of a cast anyway too, so. But hey, I'm just saying that because hey, I'm trying to have a little bit of fun out of this. What is worse, or this and that. But I don't know. I'm done here. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So if you enjoyed this 2020 Turbulence 20th anniversary rant review, stay away from this film. This one, I recommend you stay away from. And hopefully you don't give yourself a headache just like me by watching this film. I gotta lie down now. So, but anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching and stay tuned on the next movie review. Later.